This story is sponsored by the Central Minnesota Federal Credit Union in Cold Spring.
Welcome everyone, Matt Leiter here in Cold Spring as ROCORI will play host on senior night, the last regular season game of the season. They welcome in the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Apollo 1-6 on the season, a very tough year for them thus far, and the Spartans are rolling right at the perfect time, ending their season at home against Apollo. The Spartans 4-3 on the season. In tonight's contest, the Spartans will have to focus on their ground game and controlling that clock, and on the defensive side of the ball, they'll have to control the amount of times they can put pressure on that quarterback and force some bad throws and some bad plays by the Apollo Eagles. And on the defensive side of the ball for the Spartans, we're going to take a look at Corey Crosby, who's had a phenomenal season all season long. He's been there time and time again on that D-line for the Spartans. And in a game where the Spartans really need to come out and show that they can win a game that they should win, Dane Volselko was huge for the Spartans, and that offensive line that we cannot talk enough about just thoroughly dominated the entire game. And the defensive line for the Spartans was tremendous as well. Here for Apollo, they try a little trick play on their first possession, and Dane Volselko, Devo, was there for the stop on the quarterback option pass. And the black helmets were flying all over the place in the first half for the Spartans. And here's Corey Crosby getting outside, not losing his containment on the sweep, and a very nice defensive play for the Spartans. And here, the ball will be deflected by Hansen, and Eisenschenk will pick it off for the Spartans, and this will set up their first scoring drive of the game. Brad Olson had a nice game himself, and Devo once again up the middle, hard running all game long with the injured Nick Schneider, who sat this game out after being injured in that Wilmer game. We first thought it was his knee. It turned out to be a tweaked ankle. And look at the tremendous feathering touch that Olson puts on the ball to Bork. What a great pass from Olson to Bork. And here Olson's going to call for a little audible with him and the receiver, John Lardy. Lardy's going to do a little fade route as they saw something in the Apollo coverage that they liked, and they used that to their advantage. Lardy on the receiving end of that one. That's his 9th TD grab of the season. The Spartans go up 7-0 early in the first quarter. And then it's the Spartans defense once again. They're Joby Roush, who we've talked all season long about, along with Aaron Bacchus and Kyle McAdance in the backfield all game long. And CJ Vogel, a name we haven't stressed that much, but playing as people get injured. He's done a nice job of stepping up. He forced the pressure on the Apollo quarterback to get the sack for Joby Roush. And here, Brad Olson, not called to do this very much. He's done it lately, and watch Lardy pick up that block downfield to let Olson pick up another 5-10 yards on the play, enough for a first down. And Olson's going to reward Lardy on this one. Watch Lardy, the best receiver the Spartans have after the catch. The little guy seems to maneuver his way around and pick up the extra yards that the Spartans need. And Lardy is actually going to be injured on this play. Lands on his left shoulder awkwardly, get tackled at the 1-yard line, and Olson would punch it in. The Spartans would go up 14-0, but that's not the story. Lardy injuring his left shoulder, and it appears to be his collarbone. First word was that Lardy broke his collarbone, and we haven't heard anything since. And you can see Lardy not lifting his left arm at all. And then it's the shutdown defense that the Spartans had all first half long. Corey Crosby in the backfield on that play. And then it's going to be Aaron Bacchus. Watch the tremendous strength he shows on this play, just one-handing the quarterback down for the sack. And Adam Gertkin and Corey Crosby will fly through the middle to team up for a sack again. And Adam Gertkin going to get his again as he flies through the middle, forcing the bad pass. And Alex, welcome to the jungles. What a do, Alex. Gets the pick, and the Spartans are in business once again. And on a night like this, the emotional senior leader, Adam Gertkin, really feeling the Spartans turning things around in this game. And what a tremendous catch. One of the best catches I have seen all season long, let alone by Dane. Just somehow keeps his balance without putting an elbow down to the ground and picks up the first down. And then it's Olson to Volselka on the Statue of Liberty, and Volselka will pick up huge blocking downfield. He'll get knocked out at about the 5-yard line. But Dane really proving that he can stand the pressure of being a running back the Spartans have to call on all season long. And Brian Hansen, what a tremendous junior he is. He's going to have one whale of a senior season next year. But the Spartans go up 21-0 right before half. And the Spartans kicking game, Cole Schmitz as well. He's done this a handful of times, getting the touchback. No wind on that play needed. And Corey Crosby going to end the half brilliantly for the Spartans, picks up the fumble, and the Spartans are up 21-0 at half.
This story is sponsored by the Central Minnesota Federal Credit Union in Cold Spring. The credit union is proud to support the rich tradition of ROCORI athletics and the contribution it makes to student development. At the Central Minnesota Federal Credit Union, all ROCORI athletes are champions in our community.